Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this lecture, I would like to show how to draw the bending moment diagram. So already this is the solved problem in the last example 1 by using stiffness matrix method. These are the obtained final moments by using those stiffness matrix method. So already I explained clearly how to solve this stiffness matrix this problem by analyzing stiffness matrix method. There you obtain all these final moments, that is MAB equal to minus 0.625 kilonewton meter. See here, this one will be minus 0.625 kilonewton meter. Similarly, and this one will be MBA 13.75 kilonewton meter, which is positive 13.75 kilometer. Here positive I am taking clockwise, for negative I am taking anti-clockwise. See here, I applied already negative moment here, that is negative for anti-clockwise. uh, so for minus I am applying here negative, which is anti-clockwise moment. And how much it will be? It will be 0.625 kilonewton meter. 0.625 kilonewton meter. Similarly here clockwise moment is applied, because MBA positive value will be there, which is 13.75. so see here 13.75. Similarly, in the same way, there is an anti-clockwise movement is acting. MBC will be minus 13.75. That is the reason I am applying anti-clockwise movement for span BC 13.75. And for MCB there will be 0. So no need to apply any movement here. No need to apply movement. For 0 there will be no movement. So you can remove this movement, or else you don't need to apply movement here. Okay. Then based on this I will show how to draw the bending moment diagram. So I am taking reference line AB. So I am taking this as the reference line. Take down, this one will be A, this one will be B, and this one will be C here. So you can draw fixed bending moment diagram and free bending moment diagram. Then only you will obtain resultant bending moment diagram. So fixed bending moment diagram can be obtained by using these given values, and free bending moment diagram can be drawn by using the given loads. So always remember that one. Free bending moment diagram can be drawn by using the given loads. Fixed BMD can be drawn by obtaining the drawn by obtaining values, obtaining final moments. So whatever the final moments obtained by using stiffness matrix method, you can draw based on those values. You can draw the fixed bending moment diagram. So whatever the given loads will be there, you can draw based on that free bending moment diagram. Okay. So I will show here. So already you people know, whenever a point load is acting on a span AB, so what is the shape of that free bending moment diagram for span AB? So it will be in the shape of the triangle. So it will be in the shape of the triangle. So whenever an UDL is acting on a span, what is the shape of that free bending moment diagram? It will be in the shape of the parabola. For example, if an eccentric load is acting, so it will be in the shape of the triangle only. But here a point load is acting exactly at the center. So which you will get a triangle with both sides are equal, means exactly our ordinate point at the center. For example, if an eccentric load is acting for 1 meters by 3 meters distance, means there also you will get a triangle, but the angles are not equal, which is non-isosceles triangle. But here a point load is acting exactly center, means you will get the triangle will be exactly at the center, which both angles are equal. So before drawing the diagram, you have to it is better to find the ordinates. It is better to find the area of that particular one. Why? Because for example, if I draw the triangle and I am drawing the parabola, I don't know which ordinate is higher. According to the scale, I have to draw the diagram. Otherwise it is difficult to calculate the net bending moment diagrams. That is the reason, for first point I have to calculate free BMD. For PMD purpose only I am calculating. For drawing the free BMD purpose, see here, what is the for span AB, for free MD, free BMD. For free BMD, so what is the formula for finding this area? That one will be equal to, when a point load is acting, means WL by 4, WL by 4. So that one will be equal to, what is W here? Here W will be 10. Again, length of this span will be equal to 4 into 4 divided by this total length of this span divided by this total length of this span. So that one will be equal to 4. So how much it will be? That one will be equal to 10 kilonewton. That one will be equal to 10 kilonewton. Why? Because here 4 and 4 will be cancelled. You will get 10 kilonewtons directly. Again, free BMD for span, this one will be AB. Again, for span BC, what is the formula for finding the ordinate? That one will be equal to WL square by 8. W into L into L. It is not possible to write L square here. That is the reason I am taking WL square by 8. Again, how much? What is W here? W will be equal to the given value, that is 20, into L square. L means total length of the span is 3. L into 8. L, that one will be equal to 3 into 3, 9, divided by 20. Divided. Okay. WL square by 8. WL square by 8. So simplify that one. So simplify this one, WL square by 8, by using your calculators. How much you will get? 20 into 9 divided by 8. That one will be equal to 22.5 kilonewton, 22.5 kNm, kilonewton meter. So this is the area in terms of meters, not kilonewtons, in terms of kilonewton meters. So we are calculating all the BMD's values. Okay. So see here, this one will be 22.58. kNm. Okay. So based on these points, I am drawing the triangle and parabola. See here, I am at this 0 position. So this is the shape of the free BMD for point load will be triangle. So here I am drawing the triangle. Again, for this one it will be parabola. So here the ordinate point will be 10. This one will be 22.5. So for that reason I am taking higher than that one. Okay. This one will be 10 and this point will be exactly 22.5. So this is the free bending moment diagram based on the given load conditions. Again, we have to draw the fixed bending moment diagram. See here, for drawing the fixed bending moment diagram, already final moment value is obtained here. So somebody take upward positive, downward negative, and clockwise it will be, from left side it will be hanging, and from right side it will be anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise it will be hanging, clockwise hanging. Like that they will take some different conditions. So sometimes you may get confused. That is the reason I will show you a best logic how to draw this type of bending moment diagram. So see here, this is a span, a particular span. So I am taking that span as, one will be A, another will be B. One will be A, another will be B. So I am applying moments here. So see here, I am applying moments here on this span. I am applying both the moments. I will show you one small logic. Based on that logic, you have to draw all the diagram. So here one moment will be acting like this. See here, at A, an external force is acting like this, which is anti-clockwise in direction. At that joint, whenever a force comes and applied here means what happens? So a force will comes and strike this point here like this upwards means what happens? The beam at A will tends to move in the forward direction, means some A dash like this. So this is the initial position of the beam will be BA, and the original position of the beam after that will be after applying the external force means it will move in the forward direction, that is A to some A dash like that. See here what I am telling means, see in the diagram. So at both ends it will be movements will be applied. So this side a force will be comes and applied like this. What happens? For the application of this force, the beam tends to move in the downward direction. For example, if I apply a force like this means it will move in the forward direction. In the same way, whenever a force and comes applied on the beam like this from the downward side, so what happens? The beam will move in the forward direction. This is the logic. This is not the concept. This is the logic. This logic works for all the diagrams for both the beams and frames for drawing bending moment diagram. So what I am telling means, for the, based on the application of the force, the beam will tends to move in the forward direction. For example, if I apply a force on a particular body or any person, what happens? The person will move in the forward direction, or the body will move in the forward direction. If I drag that person means they can come in the, they can come our side in the towards our direction. Like that I am showing the application. Again in the same way, see here, an external force comes and apply on joint B like this. From the joint, an external force comes and upwards comes and applied like this means here it will be applying like this, it will be applying like this. So what happens? The beam from this position, the beam from this position, it will goes downwards. So whatever the beam at this position, it will moves to downwards like this, like this. So after application of the force, what happens? The beam whatever in this position, it will move in the forward direction. See here, initially the beam position will be like this. Whenever a force will be applied means it will move in the forward direction. Then the beam position will be up to here. And again whenever a force will be acting, whatever the beam position up to here, it will goes downward direction. How much it will move forward direction means based on the application of the force. For example, if I am applying 10 kN means you will take ordinate as 10 unit. For example, it will be some 20 kN means you will take ordinate as some 20 kN meter. So in the same way I will explain this model also. So already based on this logic, I uploaded some bending moment diagrams in our playlist, in our channel playlist. If you want, you please go and visit once, you will get the clear idea. Okay, then I will draw the diagram here. See here, see here, 0.625 kilonewton loads from the downwards, it will be acting on the beam like this, like this. So how much the force will be? It will be some 0.625. So that one will be, whenever it will be applied from downward like this means the beam will move in the forward direction up to some 0.625, some 0.625. Okay, so you please mention that one as 0.625. Again from another side a clockwise movement is applied. Here anti-clockwise means it will goes downwards. Again here, so don't take anti-clockwise negative, clockwise positive. So you can follow only logic. Whenever application of the force, it will move in the downward direction. Here also a force will comes and applied like this. So see here, if the force will comes and applied on the beam like this. So whenever an external force comes and applied on the beam like this means it will move in the forward direction. How much it will move? So it will be some 13.75. So 13.75 means the ordinate will be 10. So in between 22.5 and 13.75. So then there is a point at B will be moving in the upward direction. That one will be equal to some 13.75 somewhere here. From here to this position to, it will be some 13.75. Sorry, take higher than the 10, which is higher than the 10. Take down that one as 13.75. Okay, so exactly take this one as 0.625. 0.625. Again, see here, in the span BC, a force comes and applied like this. Here also like this only. In a span BC, a force comes and applied like this. A force comes and applied like this only. So what happens whenever a force comes and applied like this means, whenever a force comes and applied like this, so on a span it will comes and apply like this. So then there is a chances of this beam from in the BC initial position, it will moves to somewhere up to 13.75 loads upwards. See here, this is the initial position of the beam. After applying a force from the downward direction, the beam up to some 13.75 kilonewton loads, it will move in the forward direction. See here, this is the, so see here, whenever an external force applied like this means it will move in the forward direction. Again, you can come to C. So that one will be 13.75 only. You can come to C. So there will be zero movement. So no force is acting at C because there will be roller support. For roller or simply supported or hinge, the movement at the supports always will be equal to 0. Therefore, there will be no movement here. So these, based on these values, I shown how to draw the fixed BMD also. Friends, this is the procedure for drawing the fixed bending moment diagram. So you can apply this logic for all the both beams and frames. You will get a correct diagram only. Okay. So after calculation of this both free BMD diagram and fixed bending diagram, then you have to go for the calculation of the net BMD values. Net BMD values. Net bending moment diagram values. So for finding net bending moment diagram is very easy. See here, I will show net bending moment diagram for span AB. For span AB. So see here, there will be a point load exactly at the center, 10. So the ordinate position center will be 10. If I remove this, see the trapezoidal position, see this trapezoid position, you can add these two also. So see here, 0.625, 13.75. This is a trapezoid. If I want ordinate this for this trapezoid up to here means what I have to do? If I will take an average 13.75 plus 0.625 divided by 2, I will get an average ordinate point exactly at the center position, which is here. So for the point load means you have to take an average. For example, for an eccentric load, if I want to take net bending moment values means what I have to do? Wherever point load, I have to find the ordinate. For example, the point load here it will be some 3 meters distance means I have to find the ordinate for the 3 meters distance only. So already I shown for the eccentric load how to calculate net bending moment values. For triangle exactly at the center and for parabola, calculating ordinate will be very easy. If you make the average of the values means you will get ordinate points exactly at the center. So for this one, if you take 13.75 plus 0.625, that one will be equal to 14.375 divided by 2. So which is 7.18, or else I am taking here 7.2. So here will be 7.2. I am taking this one will be 7.2. So if I want ordinate means if I want net bending moment, so which is here, if I remove out of this 10 this 7.2, how much it will be? That one will be equal to 2.8. 10 minus, so 10 minus the 7.2 will be equal to 2.8. So which is your net BMD for the triangle? for the point load. Again, so there will be parabola. Here also you have to find net BMD exactly at the center. Why? Because for the UDL also maximum bending moment exactly at the center only, that is the region. So first to find the ordinate at this point. For example, if it will be a trapezoid also, you can average this value and this value, but here it will be in the form of the triangle. So if you want to ordinate exactly at the center, means you have to make the average 13.75 plus 0 by 2. So which is 13.75 divided by 2. 13.75 divided by 2, which is 6.875. I am taking 6.87 here. 6.87, 6.875. 6.875 is our average ordinate at that point. Okay. Again, if I want net bending moment value, I have to remove this 6.875 in this 22.5. 22.5 minus 6.875, which is 15.63. See here, this value will be 15.63. So that value will be 15.63. So the net bending moment value for span AB will be equal to 2.8 and for span BC will be equal to 15.63. So friends, this is the procedure for calculating net bending moment values. So take down upward positive and downward negative. So these two are the positive values and these are the negative values. Take down this one as positive and this one as positive and this one as negative. Like that you have to take this upward will be positive and downward and this below that one you will take a negative. Okay friends, I hope you understand this lecture. If you really like this video, please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.